Hello students, welcome back. We have done our lesson first and second. Lesson first was Kabuliwala by Rabindranath Tagore, and lesson second was I Have a Dream, and it was a speech by Martin Luther King Jr. And this poem, now we are going to read the first poem of our book Root and Wings, and this poem is also inspired by the lesson second I Have a Dream. In that lesson, Martin Luther King Jr. was a Negro, and you can see the photograph of Paul Lawrence Dunbar. He is also a Negro. You can see a photograph there. Yes, through sympathy, through this poem, he wants to tell the condition of the black people in America. Yes, and one more photograph given here. This photograph is about a bird. Yes, and there is a caged bird, and in that photograph, that caged bird is trying to come out. He wants to get freedom, and same this Paul Lawrence Dunbar also telling us about the conditions in America, because these black people were not respected. They didn't get the equal right in America. That's why he is making appeal through this poem Sympathy. Sure, we are going to start this poem Sympathy, and the poem is written by Lawrence Dunbar. Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Sure, who was Paul Lawrence Dunbar? Let's see some extra about Lawrence Dunbar. Yes, Paul Lawrence Dunbar was an American writer, poet and novelist. He was born on 27 June 1872 in Dayton. Dayton is a city of America, and he born there on 27 June 1821. And he was an American writer, poet and novelist, and he was an African American. You can see he's a black, he's a Negro, and written here, no problem. He belonged to a Negro family. His parents were slaves. Yes, his parents were slaves. Slaves, what is the meaning of slaves? Yes, these were the African peoples, and these African peoples were brought to America for work only. So, and that's why they were calling slaves. But in 1869, it was delivered that all American, if they are black or they are white, all are equal according to law, according to constitutions. But after that, they could not get equal right in America, and that's why he is going to write the poem. And in the last lesson, I have a dream. In that lesson also, it was telling, because the black people were not getting the equal rights, citizenship in America. Sure, his parents were slaves, but later his father joined in Union Army. His first poem was published in Dayton newspaper in age of 16. There was a newspaper, the name of that newspaper was Dayton, and his first poem was published in that paper. And when he was 16 years old, that poem was published that time. Through this poem, he described his own feelings. Through this poem, he describes his own feeling. Sympathy is a poem that describes the terrible experience of a bird stuck in a cage. Sure, here this bird is a metaphor, this bird is a personification. Yes, and through this bird he wants to tell the condition of the black people in America. Yes, and this bird in this poem flaps its wings and sings. This bird is singing, this bird flaps its wing, and he wants to come out. Yes, but he was not able to come out from the cage. Same here, the black people wants to come out from that cage, but they are not able to come out from that. Sure, this people, yes, sure, ये जो poem है पॉल लॉरेंस डनबर की लिखी हुई सिंपैथी, ये सिंपैथी जो है ये ब्लैक लोगों के प्रति वो सिंपैथी पॉल लॉरेंस डनबर दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहा है. इसमें कह रहा है कि किस तरह से कि केज्ड बर्ड, और वो केज्ड बर्ड नहीं, वो बर्ड नहीं, वो अफ्रीकन लोग हैं जो स्लेव बन करके अमेरिका गए थे और उनको आज भी बराबरी का हक नहीं मिला है, आज भी इनको इक्वल राइट नहीं मिला है। तो उस इक्वल राइट के लिए वो कह रहा है थ्रू दिस बर्ड, बता रहा है क्या। यस, यू लेट्स स्टार्ट द पॉइंट। I know what the cage bird feels. Alas, he was sad. Chup, Paul Lawrence Dunbar is speaking. That's I know what the cage bird feels. Paul Lawrence Dunbar is saying that I know what the caged bird feels. Alas, he is so sad. कि caged bird जो है बहुत दुखी है। When the sun is bright on the upland slopes. Upland slopes mean high areas. High areas. In the hilly areas, when the sun is bright on the upland slopes. Upland mean high lands, hilly areas. When the wind stirs soft through the springing grass. And yes, there is a grass, and from this grass, when the wind crosses, when the wind passes through this, yes, a grass, and the river flows like a stream of glass. And when the river is also flowing like a stream of glass, when the first bird sings and the first bird's out. And yes, when the first bird, he was telling us about the morning time, all things are happy and all things are doing their work, but the caged bird was not happy to see these all things. He wants to see these things. He wants to go out from the cage and he wants to see all these things. Those things are natural things, just like this upland slopes, springing grass, stream of glass. He wants to see these all things by itself. When the first bird sings and the first bird opens, yes, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals. So chalice mean a cup of, well, large cup, a big cup. Yes, a large cup. Yes, and the faint perfume from its chalice steals. Chalice steals mean from the birds. When the perfumes come out, when the scent of this perfume, yes, the smell of the flowers. I know what the caged bird feels. और मुझे पता है कि वो caged bird क्या सोचता है, क्या फील करता है। Yes, तो इन स्टेंजास में पोइट क्या कहना चाहता है कि कहता है कि मुझे पता है कि एक केज्ड बर्ड क्या फील करता है, वो दुखी फील करता है। When the sun bright, जब सूर्य निकल रहा होता है, हिली एरियाज में वो चमक रहा होता है, चमकता है। The wind stirs soft, और जब हवा धीमी धीमी सी बहती है, springing grass mean घास के मैदानों में, बसंत के मैदानों में, and the river flows, और जब नदी बहती है like a stream of glass, कांच की भांति। So when the bird sings first, जब बर्ड पहला गीत गाता है, and the first bird opts, और जब पहली पंखुड़ी, जब पहली कोई भी कोपल है वो खिलती है, कोई भी फूल जो है वो खिलता है, एंड द फेंट परफ्यूम फ्रॉम इट्स चैलिस स्टिल, और जब उस फूल से, खिलते हुए फूल से जब वो धुंधली सी, फेंट सी वो खुशबू आती है, उन सभी चीजों को वो खुले में फील करना चाहता है। इन मीन टू से वो चाहता है कि मुझे भी आजादी मिले। सी, yes, it is written there. The first stanza open with the thematic refrain. There is a thematic refrain. What is the refrain in there? I know what the caged bird feel. This is the refrain. Refrain mean क्या होता है? जब एक ही लाइन एक पोइम में बार बार आती है, that is called refrain. जब एक ही लाइन, एक ही सेंटेंस एक पोइम में बार बार आता है, उसको हम रिफ्रेन बोलते हैं। Yes, so अब आगे कहा I know what the caged bird feel. This is the refrain. When the sun shines in the early morning, when the first bird opens and the first bird sings, the river flows on its way and all the natural things take the natural track. I mean, all natural things are doing their work. The caged bird feels deprived. He feels deprived that I am not there. I want to feel these all things in the open area freely. It feels sorry for not having the freedom of others, and this feelings leads him to the protest, and he wants to come out from that cage. He wants to come out from that cage. and he wants to feel all things, those natural things, and from those things he is deprived. He wants to feel these things in the freedom, but he is not unable. He is unable to come out from that cage. So the literary device in this poem is his literary device, rhyming scheme. First is the rhyming scheme. What is the rhyming scheme in this poem? This rhyming scheme, alas, this is A, slopes. This is B, grass, alas, grass. Same. Both are the rhyming words. Both rhyming are the same. So A, grass, glass. A, ops. This is slopes and ops. Different. So B. Yes, A, B, A, B. And steals and fields both are same. So we will give A. What? C. So alliteration. Yes, in this poem the alliteration is also used there. When in the third line, sorry, when the wine. In this when and wine there is a W repeated. So that is the alliteration. And steer soft. This is also alliteration. So in the third line alliteration is also used there. And refrain, I told you in the first line, I know what the caged bird feel. तो पहले स्टैंजाज में जो बर्ड है वो चाहता है उड़ना, खुले खेतों में उड़ना, नदी के पानी को बहते हुए देखना, चाहता है कि जब सूर्य निकल रहा होता है सुबह के टाइम पे कि वो भी वहाँ पे हो, उस सूर्य हो निकलते हुए सूरज को वो देखे. वो चाहता है कि जो बर्ड पहला गाता है उस बर्ड के साथ वो भी गाए. जब कमल की या फूल की पहली कली खिलती है, उस खिलती हुई कली को वो देखे और उस खुशबू को महसूस करे जो खुशबू उस खिलते हुए फूल से निकली है. और वो बड़ा दुखी है और वो अपने आप को वहां से आजाद करवाना चाहता है, बट वो आजाद नहीं करवा पा रहा है. थैंक यू. लेटर we will come tomorrow with another stanza. So we have done, this poem contains 3 stanzas. So we have done the first stanza of the poem Sympathy. This poem is written by Paul Laurence Dunbar and he was an African American writer. Yes, and he was a Negro. Being Negro, he was expressing his own feelings through this poem. Thank you. Have a nice day.